Okay, morning all, slowly joining in. We're going to start with a lot of balance work today. A simple movement is you imagine you've got a line that goes from your nose to your computer screen. All you have to do is step your right foot over that line, come back, and then do the same thing as you turn your right foot out. It's a bit like the hokey cokey, the right foot goes in, the right foot goes out. So I'm always crossing that line with the arch of my foot. So my right foot dissects that line, I turn my toe in, and then I turn my toe out. So I'm just trying to warm up my foot, my ankle, again, my foot, my ankle, working with my knee and my hip. So I'm turning my foot out, that comes from my hip, not from my foot. We're just trying to get everything to sequence. Okay, and I'm still balancing on the big toe with my left foot. We're just stepping in and stepping out. Again, you decide how much weight you want to put into that. What we're going to exaggerate now is pushing the hip away. And as I turn the toe out, I push the hip in. So I'm crossing the line, pushing my hip away. As I turn my toe out, I push my hip in. So again, we're going to get a lot more work going on through that foot, ankle, and knee. Again, it's just committing the weight onto that front leg, pushing back off that front leg, turning in and turning out. Okay, going to do just two more. So then again, and the same thing on the left foot. So the left foot crosses that imaginary line. So I turn in and I toe out. So I toe in and toe out. All the time, the arch of the foot is dissecting that line. I'm just putting a little bit of weight onto that left foot, balancing on the big toe of the right foot as I step onto and out of. Remember, that movement is coming from your hip. So you're trying to get foot, ankle, knees, and hips all working together. As I toe in and toe out. So now I extend that movement, push the hip out, and then again we push the hip in. So I push the hip out, good, and then I push the hip in. All the time, just thinking that that left foot dissects that line that's between my nose and the computer screen. Good. So two more. Good. Okay, so then stand with feet about hip width apart. What we're going to try and do is just go up onto tiptoe and then slowly lower back down. So you're just trying to hold that position up into tiptoe and then slowly lower back down. So those late coming to the class, we're just going to do quite a bit of work today on balance, but also on core work. So I'm pushing up onto tiptoe, so my calf muscles are shortening. But I'm trying to just get up there and just hold that position and then slowly lower down. Now, when you get to that top position, try and roll out onto the little toe, roll back onto the big toe, and then lower down. So you're up, out onto the little toe, into the big toe, and then lower back down. So again, just getting used to being able to hold ourselves in that position. Again, working the foot, the ankle, and the calf. Trying to stay balanced, we're just pushing up, roll out, roll in, come back down. Roll out, roll in, and then back down. So two more. Roll out, roll in, and then back down. Last one. Good, and then down. So I'm going to stretch that calf now. So I put my right foot forward, I put my hands onto my right knee, both feet are facing forward. I'm pushing my left heel down. All I'm trying to do there is feel a bit of a stretch from my heel to my knee, but I'm going to exaggerate that now by sliding my hips from side to side. Again, if you're next to a wall, you could hold onto a wall, lean into the wall, but the feeling is when I'm pushing my left heel down and sliding the hips from side to side, I'm trying to feel that stretch go from the inside to the outside of my calf. So this is a lot easier against the wall. Let's say you're just going to just practice this, get a little bit of balance as you're pushing that heel down, sliding the hips from side to side. Good, now we change legs, it's the same thing. Bend the left knee, push the right heel down, hands onto left knee, push the hip from side to side, but think about that stretch in from the inside to the outside of your calf. So you put weight onto that left knee, pushing the right heel down, feeling that stretch from inside to outside. Good. And then resting there. Okay, so we're still going to do some balance work. So now just a simple move. I'm going to step forward with my left foot. I'm trying to bring my right knee up to hip height and hold that position. So my right knee comes up and I hold. Now to make it more challenging, I'm going to bring my arms up in the air as well. So my arms go up, I try and hold, and then come back down. So practicing this at home or in the office, try and hold that position so you can say your full name and date of birth. And you're trying to keep your knee as high as your hip. So focus on something in the distance, reach the fingertips up to the ceiling, try and stay stable. And again, engage your core to try and stay stable. Stepping forward, driving that knee up, try and stay balanced on your left foot. Get that right, good. And then hold. So all this to do again is timing. So although there's a lot of movement going on, we're trying to be balanced in that movement. One more. Good, and then rest. Okay, so start off getting your right foot goes forward, left knee comes up. Again, just focus on something in the distance. You're trying to make small adjustments with your right foot as opposed to making big adjustments with your upper body. So your right foot is just making very small movements as you try and stay balanced. So make sure that right foot isn't clawing the ground, it stays relaxed. Good. You're reaching up high, have soft right knee, soft right foot, reach up, engage your core, think about creating space between your ribs and your hips. Trying to stay stable there, good. So 2 more. Good, and then rest. Okay, we'll do the same thing now, traveling to the side. So I step to the left, as I step to the left, my right knee comes up, the arms go up in the air. Now when my body weight is shifting to the left, but I've got to try and stop that movement to the left and drive my right knee up and stay balanced. So the arms are sweeping up high. I'm trying to stay stable. As that knee comes up, good. So balanced in movement, so very handy if you're playing tennis, squash, golf, or just generally being able to get around the office without tripping up over a pencil case. Good, so 2 more. Excellent, now the same thing going to the right. So I step to the right, my left knee comes up. Remember, all my body weight wants to travel to the right. I'm going to try and stop that. Drive my left knee straight up. My arms help me drive that left knee straight up. But again, I engage the core. My right foot's relaxed. My right knee is relaxed as I hold up there. Good. We're going to do 2 more. Good. And then rest. Okay, so this one, you can practice at home with some chairs either side, but we'll try and do this without chairs. So I'm going to stand on my left foot and I'm going to just lean forward. As I lean forward, I raise my right leg in the air. As I raise my right leg in the air, I take my arms out wide and then come back to standing. So I'm trying to keep my chest parallel to the floor, my hips parallel to the floor, my shoulders and arms parallel to the floor. So you can practice this with some dining room chairs, but the key to this is having softness on your left foot and on your left knee. So if you're rigid, it becomes hard work. So soft foot and soft knee. And again, when you practice, how long can you hold that position and then come back down? Okay? So thinking about keeping your hips parallel to the floor, your shoulders parallel to the floor. Softness in that left foot. Let's just do 1 more. Good. And then rest. Okay, so the same thing on right foot. So again, I lean forward and I come back up. Okay, so I lean forward, arms go out wide. So the arms help me counterbalance. Okay, try and keep the weight on the big toe of your right foot. Try and keep that right heel down. Softness on that right knee. Keep your hips and shoulders parallel to the floor. So again, it's a very subtle workout. Sorry, talk to you lightly. Very subtle workouts because your hamstrings are working very hard here to keep you stable. So again, you can practice this with weights in your hands. Try and hold that position. Good. So 2 more. Good. And then resting there. Okay, so we're going to continue with hamstrings. We're going to go onto our back now, please. So lying down on your back, knees together, feet together. Your arms are down by your side. All we have to do is just slowly lift those hips up in the air and then slowly roll down. So you're tilting the pelvis towards you. You lift your hips up high, and then slowly lower down. So neck and shoulders stay relaxed. Tilt, roll up, and then slowly, slowly lower down. It's just rolling up. Good, and then rolling down. So again, engage that core to feel that you're picking up one vertebra at a time, keeping those knees, ankles together, but keeping neck and shoulders relaxed. You're going to do 2 more ups. Good, and then rest. Okay, so from there, you're going to bring your knees now to a right angle. So my knee is directly over my hips, my heel is in line with my knee. Arms stay down by your side, neck and shoulders relaxed. So keeping the right angle, I slowly lower my left heel towards the floor. I breathe out, so I bring that left knee back towards my right knee. Then I lower my right heel to the floor, and then out as I pull back. And we just continue this, so nice and slowly, in as you lower, out as you pull back. In as you lower, out as you pull back. And when we say pull back, feel that you're pulling back using these core muscles. They're tightening to bring the weight of the leg back to center. You're trying to keep your spine fairly neutral, so it doesn't arch any more than it already is. It doesn't flatten, it just stays stable. So we're trying to get that stability in the core as we lower the heel, but pull back from center. Neck and shoulders, remember, stay relaxed. Good. So you're going to do 2 more. Good. And then rest. Okay, so both feet on the floor. So we're going to do a similar movement, but this time with our hips up in the air. So my ankles and knees together, my hips come up high and they stay high. So now I'm going to bring my knee towards my chest, keeping that right angle, slowly lower down, and alternate. So again, nice and slowly, think about keeping those hips stable, just as they were when you were on the floor. You're driving the knee towards your chest, neck and shoulders stay relaxed, core stays engaged. You're maintaining that right angle, maintaining stability as you bring the knee towards your chest. Good. Okay, so we're going to do 4 more. Good, so last one. And then resting there. So we lower those hips down. So we give the legs and hips a bit of a rest for a moment. Let's take the arms up in the air now. So our first movement is just to take your left hand over your right hand. Then I take my right hand over my left hand. So in essence, what I'm trying to do is lift my shoulder blade off the ground. So as I lift my shoulder blade off the ground, I'm creating some movement and mobility in my rib cage. I'm just trying to reach as high as I can. Good. Waking up that upper body. All the time, keeping my hips relaxed. Good. 1 more on each side. Well done. Okay, now from there, my left arm goes forward, my right arm goes back. Then I'm going to breathe out as I pull the arms back to center. Then I alternate. My right arm goes forward, my left arm goes back. So same principle, you're feeling that you're pulling the weight of the arm back from your chest and from your stomach. So you're not pulling the arm back using your wrist and your elbow. Nice lengthening movements. Feel the distance between the fingertips increases. In as you separate, out as you pull back. Palms are facing in. Good. So we're going to do 2 more. Good, and then rest. Okay, so bring my arms back up over my chest. I'm going to bring my knees over my hips. We're going to combine these movements now. So as my left heel goes towards the ground, my right arm goes back behind my head. I then pull back to center, then I alternate. So my left arm goes back, my right heel goes down. I pull back to center. So you'll notice that one leg stays still, one arm stays still. As one arm moves, but one leg moves. Everything else stays stable. Again, nice and slowly, in as you separate, out as you pull back. Trying to keep the middle of the body as still as you can, and only the things that should be moving are moving. In as you separate, out as you pull back. Good. 2 more. Good. And resting there. Okay, so both feet on the floor. Take the arms out wide, knees together, palms are facing up. I let my knees drop to the right as my head turns to the left. Then again, I pull the weight of my legs back to center using my pull. My knees go to the left, my head turns to the right. I pull back to center. So nice and slowly, in as you go across, out as you pull back to center. When you're keeping your shoulder blades on the ground, as you pull the weight of those legs back to center. Good. So again, we're showing the spine, that rotation. Okay, so 2 more. Good, and then resting there. Okay, so back to a little bit of balance over there. My right ankle goes onto my left knee. So I'm going to try to keep my hips and shoulders parallel as I now lift my hips above the floor and then slowly, slowly lower down. So again, I'm just balancing on one leg. The left foot's on the ground, it tries to stay relaxed. But I'm trying to keep my hip and my shoulders parallel to one another so they're not tilting as I slowly lift the hips above the floor. Still rolling up through the spine. Tilt the pelvis towards me, I roll up, good. And then slowly roll down. Good, as you tilt, you roll up, good, and then slowly roll down. So 2 more ups. Good, and then rest the case. We change legs. So right foot goes down, left ankle goes onto right knee. Keep the hips and shoulders parallel. Tilt the pelvis, lift up, and then slowly, slowly lower down. So you tilt, you roll up, good, and then slowly lower down. So your neck and shoulders stay relaxed. You roll up, and slowly lower. You tilt the pelvis, you roll up, and then slowly up. You tilt, roll up, and lower down. Okay, so 4 more. Make sure the neck and shoulders stay relaxed. Palms are facing up. You're feeling the space between each vertebrae increases. Good. You're feeling that right leg doing a little bit of work. Good. Last one. Well done. And then that's it. So just raise your left leg straight up in the air. Put both hands behind your left knee. Push your hip to the ground as you push your heel to the ceiling. So again, the neck and shoulders stay relaxed. You're pushing the heel up, pushing the hip down, and just feel that warm pulling sensation in the back of the left leg. Just hold that there. Keep breathing. Good. So now you're going to keep the hands behind the knee, bring that thigh down onto your chest. My knees bent, and from there, I try and straighten. But all the time, I'm keeping my thigh on my chest. Keep holding. And keep breathing. And then resting there. So you change legs. So left foot goes down, right leg goes straight up. I push my right hip into the ground, my right heel to the ceiling. And again, I'm pulling that right leg towards me as I feel I'm pushing the heel up, but pushing the hip down. Just holding that stretch. Good. And then from there, keep the hands behind the knee. You pull the knee down onto your chest. And then from there, you try and straighten them. You keep breathing. And then slowly, slowly, you lower down. And then in your own time, come back up onto your feet. Again, we'll start then with feet again, hip width apart. You're standing as tall as you can, your hands are by your side. Just do that as lateral side bends. So I'm trying to keep my hips still to start off with. So again, we're trying to get some movement in the spine, but also waking up those core muscles. So as I lean to the right, my left side lengthens, but my right side shortens. Good. So just trying to make that spine wake up. Remember, you're trying to stay parallel to your screen. Okay, now we exaggerate. Push the hips away, hand drops down. You push the hips away, hand drops down. So how far can you push the hips across? Good. Push and you reach down as low as you can. Well done. And then again, we exaggerate that movement by taking the arm over the head, stretching, Good, again, push the arm over the head, stretching. Again, I'm trying to get my arm to brush my ear and pushing the hip as far away as I can. But I'm trying to stay parallel to the screen and feel that space between each of the ribs now starts to increase, but also the distance from my waist to my ribs increases. Good, 2 more. Good, and then resting there. Okay, so we're going to go back to our lunge. This time as we've done, the arms go up in the air, but I'm just going to have one foot on the floor, or both feet on the floor. I'm not driving the knee up and my arms are brushing my ears. So just get used to that stepping movement. And as you notice, as you step forward, you're dropping the knees slightly towards the floor. Okay. So arms are reaching up and I'm bending both knees, feeling I'm dropping the back knee towards the floor. Good. Okay, so this time now, we're going to do that movement, but only with your right foot. So your right foot goes forward, bending the left knee. Push your hips to the right as you lean to the left. Then you come back to standing and repeat. Right foot goes forward, squeeze the ears, push your hips to the right, lean to the left. Again, it's going to test your balance, test that mobility in your spine. Good. Keep those arms brushing your ears, reaching as far as you can, feeling that stretch from fingertips to hips. Good. Dropping down on that left knee. Good. 2 more. Excellent, well done. Okay, we'll do the same thing again the other way. So left foot goes forward, bend the right knee, push my hips to the left, I lean to the right. Okay, so left foot forward, push my hips to the left, I lean to the right. And again, try and keep those arms brushing the ears, reaching as far away as you can, balancing on the big toe of your right foot. Good, as you step into and out of this stretch. Left foot forward, push the hips, good, reach. Bending the knee, good. We'll do 2 more. Good, and then rest. Okay, so this looks different, but it's slightly the same. Okay, so I'm going to step my right foot forward. This time I push my hips to the left as I lean to the right. Okay, so my right foot goes forward, I push my hips to the left, but I lean to the right. So it's not so easy to go this way. I've got more space to push my hips across, but it's not so easy to stay balanced as I lean to the right. Good. But again, working your waist, working those core muscles. Shoulders getting a workout too. Good. So again, you can do this with light weights. If you so choose. 2 more to do it. Good. And then rest. Now we do the same thing left foot. So left foot goes forward, I push my hips to the right, I lean to the left. Okay, left foot forward, push your hips to the right, lean to the left. Well done. Balancing on the big toe of your right foot. Squeeze your ears. Good. So this week's workout is a little bit more dynamic than previous. Hopefully you're feeling that. Good. So 2 more. Good. And then resting there. Well done. Okay, so let's slow things down a little bit now. So bring those elbows into the ribs. Have your palms facing up. Squeeze your shoulder blades backwards and down. Feet to relax. Just try and take your thumbs to the wall behind you. Then come back to the start and repeat. So your elbows stay into your rib cage. Your thumbs are trying to get to the wall behind you. Your palms stay facing up. And you're trying to feel that chest open as you squeeze the shoulder blades together. And repeat that movement. So you squeeze. Good. Palms face up. Feet stay relaxed. Good. Squeezing down. Well done. 2 more. Good. And then rest. Okay, so now then you bring the thumbs now to touch your shoulders, elbows still into the rib cage. So now again, soft knees. Push the hands high above the head. Come back down and repeat. Push the hands up high. Come back down and repeat. Okay, so we're going to do this movement but with rotation. So I rotate to my left, push the hands up high, come back, and I rotate to the right, push my hands up high. So that rotation and the shoulder blades, again, just works. The rib cage a little bit more, challenges your core. Good. Bigger workout for the shoulders, and just gives, again, that bit of variety to a simple movement. Okay, so 2 more. Good. And then rest. Okay, so now then, thumbs are going to go in this position. This time I'm going to cross the arms in front of my face. So I cross over, come back, and repeat. So I cross the arms in front of the face, and then back. Good. So again, I'm just trying to show the shoulders, all the things the shoulders can do. Good. So 4 more. Good. Last one. Well done. Okay, so now take your right arm across your body and your left elbow hooks onto your right elbow. You're placing your chin onto your right shoulder. And the feeling is you're stretching that right arm away from you as your chin rests on your right shoulder. I'm trying to feel a stretch here from my right shoulder down to my wrist. Good. And then slowly come and do the same thing the other way. So my left arm goes across. I place my chin onto my left shoulder. I'm putting that right elbow towards me. Bring it and stretching that left arm away and again, trying to do that stretch. My left shoulder down to my spine. Good. And then back down. Okay, now I'm going to cross my arms over and I slowly turn my head to the left, come back, and then I slowly turn my head to the right. And again, I'm keeping my shoulders still. I turn my head to the left, come back, and then turn my head slowly to the right. Okay, now trying to get my left ear to touch my left shoulder, back, and then right ear touches right shoulder. Back, left ear, left shoulder, right ear, right shoulder. Good. Now I'm going to bring my shoulders up into the ears, and then just drop down. And again, shoulders up into ears, drop down. Last one, shoulders up into ears, and drop down. Fantastic. Thanks again for taking part today. I hope you felt your core work a little bit. Also got the heart rate up a little bit with those full body movements. Hope to see you all again next week. Any questions, please feel free to fire them across to me. Okay, take care, everybody.